Hey everybody, Roger here. Welcome to another episode of Anxiety and Depression is Not the End. This is episode number 14. And today's topic is actually one of the hardest things that I had to go through and to realize for myself, as I was going through my journey. And those of you that are watching this right now are probably feeling it right now if you're going through anxiety and depression, is that you're feeling alone. You're feeling lost, and there's so many emotions running through your mind right now, and also your heart that's not helping you realize that there's going to be better days. And the more I was going through my journey, as days passed and as I was moving forward, the more lonely I felt that my life was, the more alone I felt. And even though I had so much support, so many people that around me that was there trying to help me, trying to tell me great things, and just trying to do whatever they could possibly do to see me get better, there was something going on in my mind. It wouldn't allow me to accept what they were telling me, and I couldn't answer. If it was me back like 5 years ago, there was no answer for that, but now I understand why. And it's because those negative thoughts that you're thinking about every single day, that you're absorbing and you're believing, it's creating this version of yourself that you feel that is not you, right? It feels like you're somebody that you don't even know yourself. And by listening to those thoughts every single day, you start to lose a sense of who you are. You start to feel that you're not even a part of the world anymore. And the more you start hating yourself, in a sense. And for me, that was happening to me. I just, every time I saw myself in the mirror, I just couldn't even recognize who I was looking at. And I think that that perspective that you give yourself when you do look at yourself and you feel that you don't even recognize that person anymore, it doesn't feel like you anymore. And that's when you kind of lose a sense of who you are, right? You have you feel that a little bit more alone and more lonely, because you just, like, even if someone is trying to help you, it doesn't feel like they're actually helping you. They're helping someone else that you don't even know, right? Because and every single day, as you start feeling that, you start putting yourself in a corner. And this is like from what was happening to me, right? And I'm sure that if you're going through anxiety and depression, you might be feeling that as well. That it feels like you're putting yourself in this little corner, and even though people want to be there to help you, it's like you don't feel that there's no room for them, because it's a space where you feel that, because at that time you feel a little bit different from society, right? You feel like you don't fit in anymore. And, and to you, those people helping you, they are normal. And you start telling yourself that, I wish one day I could be like that again, but right at this moment, I just don't fit in, right? And the more you start feeling that way, the more you start thinking that way, the more you're gonna feel like you don't want anybody in your space, right? And then you start feeling more alone. And today's topic is, you are not alone, right? I had to realize that after the fact that I was sick and tired of being there by myself, right? And trying to figure things by myself. But at the end of the day, I think it's the process that is most important, right? To be able to feel that loneliness is going to help you start to figure out a lot of things about yourself that you didn't even know, right? And for some others, it may take longer than others to figure out what those things are in your life that you need to do for yourself. So it came to a point where I just had to, really convince myself that, hey, Roger, you're not the only one that's feeling this way, right? Stop telling yourself that, out of like 8 billion people, you're the only one that's going through this darkness, right? And I had to stop comparing myself to other people's lives, and I had to start focusing on my own life. What am I going to do every single day to make those changes? How am I going to make myself feel that I can be a part of everyone else's lives again? Especially my family, since, I was so, I pushed myself away that, I was always in this little corner and I didn't allow anybody to come speak to me or get even close to me without me having to like yell at them or cry in front of them, and the more I thought about my distance from my family and my friends, the more I wanted to fix that, and I started to think, what should I do? How should I do it? And it was not until that one day I almost gave up. I packed my bags, I left my house without saying bye to my family, and I told myself I'm just going to keep walking until I collapse. And I don't know what was going on through my mind that day, but when you get to a point where you kind of just don't want tomorrow to come, it's like you just forget about everything, and nothing to you in the world matters to you anymore, right? And I did that. I left my family, and I walked and I walked and I walked. I walked for 4.5 hours, and I almost collapsed, right? And before I started, halfway through my walk, I looked up and I said, please God, show me a sign. Tell me there's something for me in the future. Tell me there's a reason for me why I'm here, right? And right before I decided, there's an intersection. I could have continued walking straight, and I was really close to my sister's place, and I had a decision. Should I go to my sister's place or should I keep walking straight? And right before I crossed the street, because I decided I was just going to keep walking forward, my sister appeared out of nowhere in her car with my brother-in-law. And she rolled down the window and she says, Roger, what are you doing here? And the first thing I thought was, wow, this is a miracle, right? So my sister picked me up and she took me home, and that's when I realized that, hey, you know what? I need to be grateful for everything that I have already in my life. And it changed everything. The more I started to think about why I left my family and how they were so important to me, I started to realize that I need to start fixing my life. I need to start changing my life. If I want to see my happiness again, if I want to get out of that dark corner that I've been living in for so long, I need to start being grateful for that. And once I started doing that, that light that I wished I saw every single day, I started to see it, and it started to grow brighter and brighter and brighter each day. And the more I saw that this light was getting bigger, the more I believed in myself, the more faith I had, the more I didn't want to give up, and the more I wanted to keep moving forward because I really wanted to find my happiness. And just remember that this journey that you're going through, feeling alone, this is a process that you're going through. You're going to find so much about yourself that you never thought you had in yourself, especially with your strength, right? And the more that you, again, if you are thinking about how bad your life is, or that you don't have anything, or that you're never going to heal yourself, and that you're never going to find your happiness, remember, this is those negative thoughts that you have the choice not to listen to, right? So once you start focusing more on the positive thoughts, and that's that inner voice that's telling you to stay strong and to keep moving forward, and that you're going to see the rainbow after the storm, the faster you're going to be able to come out of that darkness, and the faster you're going to feel like that you're kind of accepted in today's society, right? And I think that's the biggest thing is to feel that you fit in, right? So work on yourself, start loving yourself, start taking care of yourself, start being grateful for all the things that you already have. And when you start doing that, you're going to see your life change. All right, so hopefully this video helps. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. And if you please like the video, and hopefully episode 15 will come out shortly. And remember, your mind matters. Take care, bye-bye.
Are you tired of those negative thoughts? Let's get rid of them.
I say yes to life. I have faith in myself. I create my life.
I am a creative person. I have unlimited energy. I feel good. Nourish your subconscious with positivity.
Just listen to Inner Tune and start changing your life, one thought at the time.